Good afternoon, peoples. Obviously, what is today? Father's Day. Yes, it is. And yes, mothers are not the only ones that should be congratulated for all the work and effort that they put in to love their child and raise their child. So pretty much this video is just to pretty much say Happy Father's Day to all you lovely fathers. Now, let me clear that up because this message is only to fathers that are actually fathers. Now, Grant, any topic that you talk about that concerns an issue is always the flip coin to it, to where I can say, well, this is only to fathers that are actually fathers, whereas if Mother's Day came around, you can say that's only to mothers that are truly mothers, because not all mothers are in their children's lives just as well. But it is a higher percentage rate of mainly a lot of more fathers not being in their child's life. So, you know, like I said, Happy Father's Day to the fathers that are actually being fathers, because you know, I'm actually a person that, you know, has deadbeat fathers in my children's lives. And sometimes, you know, you don't never really realize who you have a kid by until it's time to have the kid, and, you know, the father just bounce out the child life, leaving that child to feel unwanted, to question themselves, is it my fault? You know, it's not right. But at the end of the day, I do know a lot of good men that actually put in some blood, sweat, and tears to raise their children. Now, my best friend, he has 5 kids of his own, and he been in all his kids' lives, and he actually has them by one woman. Well, his child's mom is deceased right now, but when she passed away, he stepped up. And you know, he pretty much was there for his children. So I can give you all type of commends and congratulations on raising, because he actually raised some pretty successful kids. Like 2 of his daughters is in the military. His son got his own place, doing good. His other son finally just got on his feet. So he raised some pretty respectful, you know, daughters and sons. And I commend you, Maurice. You know, good job for raising your 5 kids. And then my father, even though he got like 20-something of us, even though he had 20-something kids, he was pretty much in all their lives. So, you know, I really wouldn't know what it feel like to not have a father in my life, because my father has always been in my life, to where, you know, the person you see, especially how I think, is kind of a reflection of what he's taught me. I don't know if y'all watch the Grown Folks channel, but my dad is not as direct as him, but he's kind of just like that guy. Like, my dad don't sugarcoat nothing, and he is all type of cuss word. That's probably another reason why I cuss a lot too, because I probably picked it up from him. But he means well, and he really has a pure heart. So Happy Father's Day to you, Roosevelt. I love you, Daddy. You know, I called you. You ain't answer your phone, but I'll call you later on. You gonna get that Happy Father's Day from your daughter. But Happy Father's Day, guys, for the ones that are in their kids' life. And for the ones that is not in their children's lives, you know, a double middle finger to y'all mother beats, because y'all some selfish jack-A's. And, you know, sometimes those type of daddies don't want to be in the child's life when they're younger, but then when they get older, especially if the child done, you know, made something of themselves, they actually got a nerve to want to call the child, like, hey, how you doing? Is this your dad? Man, I don't want to hear your goddamn voice. You wasn't in me and my mother's life when we needed you, so don't freaking call me now. So, but that's neither here nor there. This topic is just to say Happy Father's Day to all the great, gorgeous men out there that's actually loving their kids and being there for their kids, because, you know, it takes 2 to raise a child, man. And it is really hard to try to raise a child by yourself. And I know this from experience. I raised all 5 of my kids by myself. Out of my children's fathers, only 2 of them were actually doing for them. And those 2 that was doing actually got, you know, they no longer with us. One got murdered and the other one had a heart attack. So now I'm pretty much stuck as a single mother to raise my 5 kids by myself, because the other ones that is living and kicking don't want to do. So, you know, me and my kids gonna be all right. So I don't wish them mother suckers no Happy Father's Day. But if the 2 that, you know, passed away was still here, they would definitely, matter of fact, I would still give them a Happy Father's Day anyway. So Happy Father's Day to you, Victor, and Happy Father's Day to you, Wayne, even though y'all no longer here with us today. So, you know, it just really makes my heart skip a beat when I see daddies that's doing so good for their kids. I love seeing a man with his little baby in his arm, or he would, matter of fact, for a double bonus, I love seeing a man that got his baby in his arm and got his wife or his woman, the child's mother, right by his side. Oh my goodness, I love seeing stuff like that, for real, man, because it's really hard to find men that will treasure their lady, and especially treasure their lady after the lady done gave birth to your beautiful child. A lot of times men don't respect a woman for what she has to go through to bear the child and give birth. So men that truly appreciate what the woman had to sacrifice with her body to give you the gift of your baby, you know, y'all are so appreciated. We need more y'all out here like that. I wish it was more channels on, you know, guys that are being good to their women, that know how to respect their woman full-heartedly and know how to, you know, love and raise their kids. I wish it was more videos out here to teach these other guys that's lazy and don't want to do, because that's not fair. You know, all children want is to be loved by both parents. You know, all a woman want is for the man that she decided to give herself to and have his baby. All she wants is for him to love her, not disrespect her or abandon her when she done got pregnant with the most precious gift that God done gave you to. So a lot of times, you know, guys get disrespectful, or they want to sling dick. You know, I'm going to be honest, they want to sling dick, but don't want to be responsible for what comes behind the dick that you done slung in that chick. I mean, my thing is, if you can't see yourself parenting, co-parenting with a woman, whether you with her or not, why would you have sex with a woman with no condom? You know, if you're not using a condom with a woman, and vice versa, a woman not using a condom with a man, you're going to have consequences, whether it's a STD or a baby. But for this topic, we talking about the baby side of it. So if you man enough to have sex and you made a mistake and she wasn't on birth control, or you didn't use a condom, even men can be on birth control and he wasn't on birth control, then y'all two, it shouldn't just be up to the woman to be responsible for, I'm going to just keep it real, for the mistake that, but then again, it's not a mistake because God don't make no mistakes. But there's no reason why y'all can't be responsible for the gift that was given to both of you, not just the woman. And it's so unfair that women have to always pick up the slack. And I mean, it's so stressful. You just don't realize how stressful it is to have to make sure the child has clothes on their back, or they have to make sure that the child is being protected, or they have to make sure that the child eat, or you gotta work all these long hours, then go home and deal with disciplining, or you gotta be the disciplinary. You know, you gotta make sure that if you got boys, that your boys stay off the streets. You gotta make sure your boys don't join a gang. For your daughters, you gotta make sure your daughters don't get caught up with these no good little boys. Or you gotta make sure your daughters don't get caught up with these old perverted pedophile as old men. I mean, it's so much stuff that you have to do as a single parent when, you know, the dads that are not there don't want to stand up and do their part as a man. But I guess, you know, a lot of guys, just because they got a penis between their legs, don't qualify them to call themselves men. They are still little boys in a grown man's body. But for the men that are being men, you know, man, if I could give y'all a gift through this phone, I would give you a Father's Day gift right now. But the only gift that I can give is just the verbal words of Happy Father's Day. I'm proud of you. You're doing a good job taking care of your family, whether you taking care of your wife and your kids, or whether you just taking care of your child and, you know, you're no longer with the mom. That doesn't matter. It's about the child at the end of the day. At the end of the day, it's not about what you and your woman had disputes with. It's about you making sure that that child knows you. It's about you providing for your child. It's just about being there. Sometimes, a lot of times, time means more than anything. You know, the time that you miss with your loved one or your child, you can't get that back. And a lot of times kids, they want that so much because they looking for somebody to look up to. And the main first people that they want to look up to is their mom and their dad. And a lot of times, you know, when you got that real strong man in the house, most kids tend to be daddy's kids, because the man's supposed to represent strength, provider. Like, he's supposed to represent that stronghold of the house. So it's like when the stronghold of the house is not there, it's like the home is broken, and the mom can do the best she can to replace that absence. But at the end of the day, it still becomes a void to where there's issues within that child and within the mom, because it is all about the child. But at the end of the day, we women, we're human too. Like I said, we want to be loved too. We want to know that who we laid down with and gave ourselves to and had a kid with, that he would stick by our side to make sure that we can raise a child. Like, that's so unfair that men disrespect women on a whole nother level. And Grant, I know some women carry themselves in such a way that it's hard not to disrespect them, but there's a lot of good women that really was being loyal and being really trying to be good to this guy, and he just blatantly just, that's just who he is. He just likes to disrespect women whether she's good or not. So, you know, it's all right though, but at the end of the day, you know, happy Father's Day. I love y'all good men. Y'all continue to set the example, so hopefully one day we can curb this trend of deadbeat fathers and get more men to be in their, hopefully their woman in their children's life, because it's always a bonus if you can stay with the woman and raise your child as a family, because no kid really wants to be in a separated house to where their parents done got a divorce or they split up. Most kids want to know, yeah, my mom and dad been together for 30 years. Like, that's great, man. So I wish I could say that. Like, I honestly, truly wish that I could say that the first guy I had my kid with would have stuck around, and I could have said, yeah, I had all my kids by him, and, you know, I've been with this guy for 20 years. He's a good man, but I can't say that because that dude bounced. As soon as me and my mom approached him, it's like, I'm pregnant. That nigga's like, I don't want to be with you no more. Dang, really? Really? Well, dude, fuck you. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a lovely day. I just want to show y'all this, too. And this is pretty much inspired by 40 Shades of Red. Like, she had actually made a video, and she was saying how, you know, activated charcoal can make your teeth white. And I always, like, it's a herb. I always thought the activated charcoal was just for taking it internally to detoxify chemicals out your body, but you can use it to brush your teeth too. And I pretty much got this from Marshall's. Got this from Marshall's. Don't cost much either, a couple dollars. Let me try to open it up so I can show y'all the content of it. But pretty much, it's really like charcoal. It's black. It's like a black powder, like a black powdery residue. And you pretty much dampen your toothbrush. You dampen your toothbrush with either toothpaste or water. You dip it in there, and you just get the, and it'll whiten up your teeth and stuff too. So yeah, I just thought I'd show y'all that. Thanks 40 Shades of Red for that advice. Shoot, I went out there and got that activated charcoal, so my teeth a little bit white. It was working, so yeah, shoot, I'm about to go get this tattoo. I might take y'all with me to get the tat. So all right, daddies. Thank you, poppies. Thank you, poppies, for being good poppies to our children. So hopefully we can have a better generation, because you gotta understand, man, we building the next generation. And we don't want to build the next generation of hurt or, you know, distraught people because they wasn't taken care of by the fathers and the mothers, you know, just because they had disputes between each other, and now you taking out on a child. Oh, and this is my favorite, because this happened to me too. Like my daughter's father, he actually never met her and refused to meet her because of his wife. Don't let your goddamn wife stop you from fathering your child. If this fucking, excuse my language, this lady, fuck, she ain't no goddamn lady. If this bitch can't understand that you got a child and she's trying to get in the middle of you being the parent that you supposed to be, then you need to kick her ass to the curb for real. Because I mean, like my daughter, like they actually cussed my daughter out, like literal cuss words, him and his wife. Like me, I had to actually get into it with them because they thought that cussing a 5-year-old out was nice, and he trying to show off for his wife, and you refuse to meet your child just because you got a sorry ass woman that just wants you to be there for her kids, but your outside kids you can't do nothing for just because you with this hoe. But you know what? Forget the name call. I'm sorry. I went into my past. That's none of y'all. I ain't gonna say it's none of y'all business, but it's neither here nor there. So, all right, daddies, you know, kudos for the good ones out there. You know, y'all enjoy y'all cookouts, enjoy y'all family, enjoy y'all presents. Happy Father's Day, great men. Time is of the essence. I'm about to make better time and go get a tattoo. So, this is my lovely people. Let's love each other, not judge each other, because I never judge y'all. And you know, it's sister love each and every one of y'all. So, deuces.